In this video, I'll show you a strategy that was sent to me by one of my subscribers with which he managed to earn $17,000 from a $5 deposit. So, let's move on to the beginning of this strategy. To make money with it, go to the chart type section. Select candles, set the interval to 30 seconds and set the expiration time to 1 minute. After that, go to the indicators section. Add the Arun indicator and the OSMA indicator. Now let's set up these indicators. We'll start with the Arun indicator. I'll set the period to BAPAN 10 and also change the style. I'll set each line to 3 pixels. I click save. For the OSMA indicator, we'll also adjust the period a bit. Dur orson da să detectiet. I'll set this one to 14, this one to 20, and this one to 6. And we'll tweak the style a little. I prefer the color blue, so I'll set it and click save. Right now our strategy is fully set up and we're already ready to start earning with this indicator combination. But before we get started, I'd like to ask you to join my open free Telegram channel where you'll find trading signals, training and a ton of useful information. This is our trading community, so I highly recommend you join. The link will be down below in the description. Now let's move on to the trading session. So the first currency pair is Euro Turkish Lira OTC for 1 minute with $500. I'm opening a buy position. Let me explain the entry logic to you. Why did I open an upward trade here? Friends, the first thing I pay attention to is the Arun indicator, specifically which direction the blue line crosses the red line. In this case, I see that the blue line is crossing the red line from below upwards. If it's from below upwards, that means we open a buy trade. That's the first upward signal from the Arun indicator. Next, the OSMA indicator also gives me a buy signal. Here I mark the midpoint for myself and notice that our OSMA indicator histogram is in the upper zone of the indicator, which is the second buy signal. So, let's see how this $500 trade will close. I see that the trade closes successfully in profit and the balance is already almost $2,000. Let me set $1,000 and open the next trade and also explain some important tricks and nuances that will make the success rate of this indicator strategy much higher. The next currency pair, again a buy signal for $1,000. I open an up trade for 1 minute. Let's look at the latest crossover on the Arun indicator. The blue line crosses the red line from below upwards, which means we open a buy position. Next, we look at the OSMO indicator and visually draw a line through the middle. This is the 0 mark. And we see that our histogram is in the upper zone of the indicator. So, we also open a buy trade. Everything is very simple and as logical as possible. 20 seconds remain until closing. Let's watch for a bit. Right now, the price has pulled back a little, but there's quite high volatility on the chart, so I expect the price to go a bit higher and close our trade in profit. Let's see. Just a few seconds left. Yes, just as I said, the trade confidently closed in profit, and that's very good. The balance is already $2,876. I'll open the third trade on this currency pair, this time for a decrease for 1 minute with an amount of $2,500. So let me explain to you the logic behind this entry. We look at the Arun indicator at the most recent crossover and see that the blue line crosses the red line from top to bottom. That means we open a trade for a decrease. That's the first sell signal. Next, we look at the OSMA indicator, mark the midpoint. This is the indicator and see that our histogram is in the lower zone of the indicator. This gives us the second sell signal. So let me tell you an important trick that will, without a doubt, make the success rate of your trades much higher than before. We absolutely need to see the histogram volume steadily increasing for a sell or a buy, especially when we get a signal. This is crucial. So let's wait for this trade to close in profit. And then I'll show you more specifically and explain in greater detail what the trick is all about. Let's watch. Just a few seconds left and the trade closes successfully in profit. The balance is already $5,000. So, let me explain again. Here we have the OSMO histogram volume, and the histogram bars should not be the same. In other words, we shouldn't see a situation like this when we have a signal to go down. That is, this is already a rising volume for buying. What we should see is a picture like this if we're opening a trade to sell, to go down. That is, each bar is bigger than the previous one. The body of each bar is larger than the previous one every time. And it's precisely then that we see the volume of the histogram growing for selling, and we open a trade to go down, or we have the opposite situation. The histogram is growing for buying. That is, each subsequent bar is higher than the previous one, and that's a good signal to buy. So friends, I think you've understood the logic of entering trades using this indicator. If you have any questions, write them in the comments and I'll answer everyone. Also subscribe to this YouTube channel, like the video, and join my open free Telegram channel with trading signals, training, and tons of useful information, friends. We trade here every day. Just join in and copy my trades. Earn together with us on the broker. Well, that's all for now. My name is Elijah. I wish everyone good profits. See you in the next video.